Hello and welcome. I'm going to show you this Sun I 900 LX from KNAUS Tabet. This vehicle will cost 180,000 euros and it is 882 centimeters long by 234 wide by 294 high, offering 2 meters of standing height inside. And okay, if it's put on a gross vehicle weight of 5.5 tons, that gives, it's ready to go 4,465, so that gives over a ton of payload. Now I say that with the hope that you'll remember or know about the fact that KNAUS has been accused of not telling the truth about payloads. But even if this one is out, even if it's out by 10% on the, it still gives you a fair whack to be used. Well, maybe 10%, I'm exaggerating a bit, but if it's out by 5%, it'll give you a fair whack to be used by if 4 people are inside. And it's got a design in here which I've got to say is sort of coming back. There were lots of vehicles in this in the beginning of the 2010s, but then they stopped towards the end of that period, and so now they do seem, since the mid 2020s, this layout is coming back, and not just at sort of a high price sort of thing like this, because this is the top of the range from KNAUS Tabet. It's also in cheaper vehicles such as Roller Team, other automobile models. We've got wardrobes at either side. We've got a very nice, that's subjective of course, opinion, in my opinion, lighting at the back, storage at the back. You've got there a skylight, nice large windows, or normal sized windows either side, with proper curtains and a net curtain, as well as the net here, which is to stop the insects getting in. They'll get in anyway, but let's make the effort. And a blackout blind here, which in this case seems to be very stiff, which may mean either A, the window needs to be put in again. It happened to me, although mine had to be taken out completely and then put back in again. Don't quite know how I did manage to do that. In this case, it could have been put in not correctly at the factory, or I'm not strong enough to move it, which is also probable. Plug there, and okay, you've got steps up to the bed, which I think is quite attractive. Now, with this layout, what you've got is a 3-door way of getting a bit of privacy in the toilet. So you should be able to move something across here. Let's see if I can do that. I can. There's door 1. And if you want to, you might have to do this, but if you want to, you can close it at this size as well. See here, pull this out, and then that comes across like that. And here we've got door number 3. Now, if you think that's a bit of a palaver, I don't honestly think that closing 3 doors makes all that much difference. And let's face it, if you're really desperate, you probably won't bother anyway. We've got a very nice dressing room here. So we've got this wardrobe here. We've got all this storage down there. Your sink there. See yourself in the mirror. And you've got this absolutely enormous shower with a non-slip surface on it and 2 drainage points as well. Let's have a look at that. Sorry, it's got a long drainage point in this one. Anyway, some of them have 2 drainage points, and this hasn't got the non-slip surface. Oh dear, this is what happens when you see a sort of try and do things off memory. Right, so let's do that again. It's got a long drainage point with 1 drainage area, and it's got a slip surface. Okay, there you go. Some vehicles have different things put in them. Up over here, we've got more storage, but I think it's a very attractive dressing area on the whole. And of course storage behind the windows as well. Okay, let's come out and have a look what else we can see. what else we can find? Kitchen, very large kitchen. 3 very well spaced out hobs. We've got this really deep sink here with a proper drainage, domestic one, and there is a what do you call that, sort of a bin to put your potato peelings and things inside. And in here, very nice drawers, soft close function. On the other side we have got freezer, fridge, and oven. I think obviously I appreciate that everything is a matter of choice, but I think the indirect lighting, the color scheme, I think this all works really well in this vehicle. Not only that, you can see these seats up front, absolutely outstanding. These ones are, they're really very, very nice. I think these are the best seats on the market. I also think the best corner piece on the market is this one. If there's something wrong with it, let me know, because I've never actually used one of these. You've got your television there. If you might want to get rid of these before watching the television. Of course, if England are playing, then you might be better off leaving them there so you don't have to see too much of it. Up here we've got the bed. It comes out like this. Obviously you've got to put the chairs down, so I'm just have a sneak peek at it. All right, so put my hand in like that, pull this out, release it. Oh, it doesn't want to come down. Why not? Well, it's not locked. I can see that. Anyway, it doesn't want to come down. Is it broken or have I broken it? There, you see, that's now locked, isn't it? It doesn't want to come down. I'm not going to force it. It is a KNAUS tablet after all, so it has every excuse for having broken down. We'll have a look at this storage there. I think that's rather sensibly done. Okay, this one here, see, it's automatic. Another thing here we will find, obviously we've got this carpet's been put down here for the event. Let's have a look though under it, and you'll notice there's a double floor and there's storage in the double floor. Heating at the front as well. I mean, it's a very nice vehicle. Even it's been on the go for as long as I've been looking at motorhomes, and it hasn't really changed all that much either. Fantastic large garage at the back, and you've got storage areas in there as well. Electric point and a light. So not to overload the axle. And notice also down there as well, although most vans sort of have a seatbelt bit down there. Okay, good. Let's have a walk around the front. We'll look at the door here. It's a wide door, you've got a window in it, and you've got a nice bag to keep the dog's lead in. Oh, here we can see the depth of the double floor, and it's a double floor which can be loaded from here all the way through. So it's a good height on that. Not as good as in Hymer or Carthago, but still it's better than Automobile, for example. It's a gas kept in there. Door at this side for the driver, compartments here for, let's have a look at one of them. Bet it's locked though, it isn't. There you go, fresh water in there, you can lock it from the outside. And also note you've got your Truma frost valve there and other, so you've got all your access to your water in one place. Here we've got the hookup point. Now you have to thread it through. It may be a bit more of a fiddle than just putting it from the outside, but that should stop the hookup getting stolen. The disadvantage of it like this, I need to point out though, is like this: if you're in a muddy field or something like that and you have to get down on your knees, you mightn't be so pleased about having to put that through. That's a more exceptional surface here. You've got possibly better access from here. In this case, it's got 3 batteries in there, but obviously with batteries you can sort of move them around wherever you might want them. There is your fuse box. Personally, I think fuses should be inside the vehicle. Alde heating. That's for the cassette. Okay, good. So there you've had a look around. It's got the Sun I 900 also with a German bed layout. That's there. I'll give you a link to that one below, and so you can have a look at that too. So I filmed this version in previous years. If you find one on the used market you're interested in, then you might also want to consider that as well. Okay, so there you go. There's the Sun I 900 LX from KNAUS. I need to point out, as always, I do not recommend KNAUS. Major financial issues with the company at the moment, which are now being investigated by the public prosecutor. 2 people have been arrested. They've also earned investigation for declaring incorrect empty weights of vehicles. There were severe management issues. The management, which I've been now warning about for more than 5 years, have now been asked if they might like to leave the company. Indeed, 2 of them were given some hospitality by the German taxpayer. So bear all that in mind. I think the vehicle inside, the design of it looks really, really nice, but I do not recommend this at all. Have a look at the Hymer, a similar one. It's similar Carthago. The Carthago is a bit more expensive. Obviously it depends on what you're actually looking for. Also Euromobile, but again, I think this looks nicer inside than the Euromobile one does. But all of these, there's links below. You can have a look at them and then decide what you want. For the moment, from me, thanks for watching and bye for now.